we're gonna start with that. Hooray!
You don't have to.
All right, boys and girls, we're back. I believe this is obviously our 4th episode. We've gone around. I am your host again. And today we're going to be talking about food, cooking, stuff like that. Because a few of us actually love cooking. Some of us don't. Well, don't as in like they don't cook. But it's fine. We all love food. We all need it.
I love food. What are you talking about?
How do you know I was talking about you? Okay, yeah. But so this is going to be a very cooking focused episode. So yeah, me being the host, I guess I should probably start it off. I'm Dion, aka Swiftheart, aka Bella. Greg, what's your name?
Hey, it's me, Greg Desperado GPJ.
Oh, also we have someone new if you've noticed.
Yeah. My fiance is here.
Hey.
Whoa!
Introduce yourself.
Honk!
Oh,
That's my line. You can't honk this one.
copyright.
I'm Rachel, aforementioned fiance, developer of Minecraft and other games.
It's not true. It's not true at all.
Mojang, more problems.
Connoisseur of food.
Yeah. All right, Steve. What's your name?
My name is Steve, aka Blackened, and yeah.
Moving on swiftly to Nick.
And my name is Nick, aka Elite Demon.
Whoa!
All right.
Compelling.
We just get better and better at that part. Like,
Oh, no,
in
easily.
a comedic way. Anyway, all right. Real quick, guys, don't even think about it. What's the first thing? No, you'd have to think about that.
That's a
one.
bad question. Bad question.
That's a bad question. That's a whole
Bad start.
Or actually, no, wait. All right, let's loosen up.
Do it again!
Let's loosen up a bit. What do you all eat today?
Nothing yet.
Uh-oh.
What do you eat?
We
today?
made a sausage egg scramble.
I did.
She made it,
I did.
and it had peppers in it, and onion,
And tomato.
and tomato. It was really good.
And love.
I don't buy it. Seems like you rehearsed that shit.
Didn't. And then also had sourdough bread toast. It was delicious.
Ah, okay. The COVID choice of bread these days because everyone's making sourdough bread.
That's true.
Now, how was it though?
It was good. It was very good. And then for lunch, we immediately fucked it up by eating a bunch of random crap from Cookout.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
All right. For people who don't know what Cookout is, mostly
yeah.
what is it?
It's like a super fast food, like they just do like burgers, fries for really cheap, like diner kind of level.
Oh, you
stuff.
mentioned it before. Yeah.
Yeah.
It is like true hangover / 2 in the morning.
It's trash food.
Yeah, garbage.
How would you compare it to Denny's?
It's more trashy but more delicious
Without
Okay.
the atmosphere.
and cheaper.
of the thing.
Okay. Yeah. That's great. All
It
right.
has,
Cool.
it has its place.
And then we each ate half of a small lemon bundt cake.
Hey, I love the word bunt.
Nice.
It rhymes with another favorite word of mine. All right, Steve, what did you eat today?
So let's see. For breakfast, I had coffee, and then I had a weird day because I was driving for most of the day today.
Okay.
So I had like an early like 10:30 lunch,
Mm-hmm.
and I had those like store-bought like frozen chicken patties that you just heat up in the microwave and make like a sandwich out of them.
Microwave.
What
Yeah,
the fuck?
Yeah, man. I don't got time for oven.
Wait, so is it like a fried chicken patty?
Yeah, so it's like if you were
Okay.
getting like a Chick-fil-A patty or whatever, but it was just store-bought frozen in a bag. You just heat it up at the microwave.
The microwave. I've never.
I'm stuck on this microwave bullshit.
Okay,
Interesting.
well, yeah. So I had one of those.
Wait, did you just eat it plain?
No, you put it on like a sandwich with like pickles and
Did you do that?
hot sauce. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, all good stuff.
Awesome.
Then I drove a bunch. Then I got back, and then I ordered pizza.
Nice.
That sounds pretty typical. Eh?
Yeah. Good. It was a good pizza. It was buffalo chicken. Sorry, it's buffalo sausage and then jalapeno.
Wow.
What a. Okay.
Oh, we'll be coming to
That's
that
one of the
question.
strangest.
No,
yeah,
no,
that's one of the strangest pizzas I've ever heard of.
That's totally cool. Don't reply. We'll be coming to that. That's another thing we're going to be talking about. All right.
Interesting addition.
Jump the gun.
Yeah. All right, Nick, what did you quack on?
Nothing. So since I'm a third shifter, I usually don't eat until like right before I go to work. So within like an hour or so is when I would normally. but more than likely I'll probably just make a sub, a steak hoagie sub.
Nice. So you're running on empty right now.
Yeah.
Wait,
Alright.
steak?
Steak hoagie.
How do you have like just raw steak in your fridge or something?
Yeah,
make
yeah,
that?
yeah. Chop it up. I'll probably end up making it like a Philly cheese.
That's what I was
But-
thinking. Yeah.
For the most part, it's supposed to be a hoagie, but I use the recipe.
Interesting.
Okay, cool. Well, I haven't like properly eaten today. I had a quesadilla that I had from yesterday because I demolished a giant ass burrito yesterday and stuff. And I was saving the quesadilla for today, which I did have, and that was it. I'm not hungry at all, so that's a good thing.
Fatty.
But yeah, so I guess that's what we all ate today. All right.
Wow.
Okay, all right. Now we're gonna
Fascinating.
move. Now we're gonna move into the meat. The meat.
And
Ooh.
potatoes of the
Ah.
podcast. Yeah, boy, I like that.
Nice. All right.
the meat.
Now we're gonna be talking about cooking. So I already,
Okay.
Shut, Greg. What?
I'm loving the podcast.
Be a
What's
team
going on?
player. All right.
I'm not hosting. I can do whatever I want.
That's true. That's true. All right. I personally love cooking. I feel like it's very therapeutic and stuff. It's fun. There's a lot of like content out there, stuff to create and stuff, and especially in these times, it's great to do. So I've been cooking a lot. Greg, are you into cooking at all? How about you,
Yes.
Rachel?
Yes. Me specifically, probably maybe more. I don't know. You can answer for yourself. I'll allow it. But me personally, I love cooking because one, I like my stuff a specific way. Like every time, if it's like not the way I want it, it's annoying to me.
Mhm.
So I like cooking a certain way, and then it's cheap, which I love because I'm a cheap bastard. So and two, it is like you're saying, pretty therapeutic. It is nice, like, oh, I made this for myself, and now I'm gonna
yeah.
eat it. It tastes exactly like I want it. It's delicious.
Exactly.
Crush.
I literally before I go on to the rest, actually, let's do that first. Steve.
What's up, man?
Uh,
Sorry, my mic is. I can cook. That's this. So I can cook. The issue is being motivated to cook.
okay. All right.
Because normally it's like I get home and it's like I don't want to spend another hour. I'm hungry now.
Yeah.
I want food quick.
Hour.
I'm
not doing it right.
yeah.
20 minutes, man. You can
Yeah.
totally whip something up.
But I get that. No, it is a thing. You have to motivate yourself sometimes.
That's true.
Yeah,
That's
I
true.
think. Yeah, and I've never had like I'll say a good kitchen, but just never really been motivated to cook.
That's fair. I don't know. I feel like it's different. You remember
Yeah.
like the house that you guys saw that I was living in when you guys visited? Like
Mhm.
that kitchen sucked. It was like just this thing in the wall.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I still made it work. But I guess at that point the entire like living room became the kitchen.
Yeah, I'd
If
say
I
a lot
did,
of
yeah.
a lot of it for me is I just don't like cleaning up afterwards.
Oh, see that for me, I clean
That's the
up
biggest
as I
thing.
cook.
I was gonna say that's what I do too.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
While stuff is simmering or whatever, like I'm doing dishes already. Like it's
Hell
done.
yeah.
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 But it's,
But apparently that's more rare. I think.
that's true.
Mhm.
Like I just hate having like clutter and stuff. Especially
Well,
in a
one time when
small-
you're cooking, you're just waiting for it to cook, so you have nothing else to do. So it's like, might as well.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
hmm
Totally true. Yeah. Nick.
Yeah, and it's like okay, good.
No, go ahead, go ahead.
Well, it's more like it's also like I'm terrible at coming up with meals or like trying to think of like let me come up with what I'm gonna cook for the week and then
Yeah.
go to the grocery store and buy it all at once because
Yeah.
then I'm very spontaneous in terms of like, well, I'm kind of craving this, I'm kind of craving
Yeah.
that.
I'm exactly like that because when I cook, it's because I want to cook this specific thing. So when I go to the grocery store, I buy all the ingredients just for that thing.
Yep, I do
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
Do it on the daily.
Yeah. So like nowadays, now that I live a little further away from the grocery store, I can't actually do that. I have to actually stock up. Before, like I'd be cooking something different like every day because I used to just be in walking distance of a food basics and stuff and do all my stuff there, bring it back and just like make this amazing thing. Another thing I do is like I also cook something that'll last me for like 3 days. Just so I don't have to like worry about it and stuff. Yeah. Anyway,
Yeah, a lot of people do that. I don't do that
exactly.
though.
Nah, well,
Yeah.
I guess it's like also because of like different cuisines, but I'll get into that later. Nick.
I love cooking, honestly. I'm a big boy, so I love eating anything I cook. But if somebody makes it for me, it's not a bad thing, I'll eat it all. I used to love cooking more as a kid than I do now because now it feels more like a chore sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Where back then it was like you were helping mom, but you wanted to make something of your own,
Yeah.
and you had the free will to do it. But I love cooking. Fantastic.
I like the point that you brought up too, when you cook for yourself and stuff. When I cook for myself, I always love it, like literally, but then at the same time, if I have to cook for someone else, that's when the panic starts, right? Because you can't be frivolous with like how much of cilantro you put in or whatever, how spicy you want it and stuff. Because like we all have like very specific palates. So like I wanted to ask you guys, what's like a kind of food you think that is universal, that's interchangeable, that it's customizable in a way that is not pizza?
Burgers.
Rice.
Shit.
Sandwiches.
Can't have burgers in India.
I'm not.
They could be veggie burgers. Remember, customizable.
Got her.
Veggie burgers is not a burger.
No, it's not a burger.
Amen to that.
No.
I shouldn't say just in India. I should say in Hindu communities.
I'm gonna say
in Hinduism, yeah.
There's a very large population of Muslims in India.
Wait,
rice
hold
bowl.
on.
Yes, there is.
No, there is, but I don't get the point you were making.
I was.
Muslims eat meat.
Yeah, I know. I'm saying, yeah, but Hindu people don't eat meat. I'm saying that not all Indian people. Don't.
Oh, I get it. Yeah. No, you're right.
Jesus, fuck.
You racist.
It's not just like Muslims and Hindus. There's also Jains.
First and last appearance.
Zoroastrianisms. No, you're fine.
Oh God.
It's totally cool.
Oh God. What a turn that took.
But yeah, so you said burgers. What's your favorite kind of what kind of burgers? Like what's your burger go to?
Oh God. I'm an original man myself. I love a thick ass burger with cheese, lettuce, tomato, onion. Usually some kind of like garlic aioli of some sort.
How do you like your burger done?
Medium well. I don't like medium rare on a burger, but I love it on a steak.
Yeah.
Okay. Like so for
Rare
me that
everything all the time.
Oh.
A lot of people are like that. I used to be more like a medium well kind of guy, but I have moved closer and closer to the raw. It's so much juicier. It's a weird thing.
No, it really is. Because
It's just when you cook it yourself, it's terrifying. At least for me, anyways, because it's like, oh, if I fuck this, I'm gonna kill myself.
like every time I make burgers or I make a steak, I have no idea how it's going to be inside.
Well, do you know how to do that with a steak? There's a chef trick with your hand.
Yeah,
I
everyone
know
knows the fan
that.
thing, yeah.
It doesn't work. Like,
Oh, okay.
it just
Fair enough.
doesn't work. I've tried meat thermometers and stuff. I feel I'd probably just need a better thermometer. But at the same time, like that's another thing about when you cook for yourself, you're a little more forgiving and stuff. You enjoy it that much more, which is why I'm nervous about cooking stuff for other people. And burgers is one of those things I can't do. Like, dude, you know what? I'm just gonna put the meat on the grill. You can watch it if you want, but that's the end of me. You know.
Am I the only one who hates cooking with other people?
Depends on what it is. But
I don't like it either.
I hate it.
I think I hate about it is people coming into my station or what I'm doing.
And try to help out.
Yeah.
And step in.
No. Yeah. Exactly. So whenever that happens, when someone comes in and like cooks, like takes over like the chopping of onions, like I'll just go do dishes or something like that. But I hate having to constantly swap depending on what this person is doing, because at that point it's like they're running this kitchen. Like, what am I doing?
Has anyone worked in a kitchen?
I worked in a bar.
Did you make food?
No.
Okay. I actually had a kitchen job, and it was super intense. And it was actually a good job because it gave me a lot of experience. And just like I never knew how food was made in a restaurant. The amount of it was an Italian restaurant, and everyone in there was either Mexican or like super white, like not Italian, like just like regular like white bread.
What kind of restaurant was it?
It was an Italian. It was like an outdoor, super fancy, like really expensive cuisine. This is like $50 plates.
Oh,
it was like I was making it with no experience. Yeah, it was like a general Italian kind of cuisine.
Okay, cool.
It was Olive Garden.
It was not Olive Garden. I'm not saying that. But yeah, I was just like into salad stuff because I had no experience, but it was just great to see how much it's chaotic.
Yeah.
It's just insane. At least in most environments. And two, it was just like the amount of coordination you have to do is pretty impressive.
It's incredible. Like I've only ever seen on TV, and at the bar job I did, I could always hear the kitchen just bustling like hell.
No, it's
A lot of
intense.
screaming, a lot of yelling and stuff. Like,
Yeah.
Oh,
A
yeah.
lot of sound, very hot. I didn't like it. I don't think I would survive in a
No, it's like
professional kitchen.
it's a stressful job, and that's why I got out immediately. But I mean, it's still interesting. The people that stay in there, they love it. So
Oh yeah, I mean it's a labor of love, and with chefs have it horrible, man. Like it's really hard to kind of rise up in that field, that industry.
oh yeah, sure.
Yeah,
But just knowing that, like, to coordinate with someone that takes a lot of experience and
Yeah.
skill, and so when you try to do that with some, you both don't know what you're doing, and then mixed with, I want to do stuff my way,
Yeah.
they want to do stuff their way. Also, we're in a tiny kitchen. Also, we don't know what we're doing.
yeah. No, you're right. It's
Cool.
definitely different when you're like just cooking at home with someone too.
I have fun cooking though with people.
Okay, so I feel like I need to elaborate on this a little bit because I think I have hurt Greg's feelings.
Oh no,
I know. It's
We've
terrible.
cooked things in the past.
Oh,
and apparently
He deserves it.
Go
can't
get me
stand the
another
heat.
beer,
Can't
babe.
stand the heat, Greg.
Go get me another beer. He's not gonna do it. Okay. So
Done.
No.
it's not that I hate cooperating with other people and spending quality time, but I like when I'm cooking, I'm always kind of in a mild state of panic. So I'm like, I need to do this specific thing right now. And if I turn around and somebody is chopping the thing that I want to chop, that I need to chop in that very second, I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? Get out of the way. In my mind. Not necessarily with my voice and face, but it's there.
It also kind of depends on what you're cooking, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I'll make a pizza with anybody. That doesn't bother me too much.
See,
but if it's like a nice dinner, like I'm cooking a steak, say some like side dishes or whatever, I don't let anybody get in.
Yeah.
You just gotta be like, bitch, those are my onions. I'm gonna peel them. Give me those tears back.
Yeah, yeah. Like when I was cooking with my buddy Chris, Chris is an excellent cook. Also an excellent artist. A really good old friend of mine. Y'all actually met him at the wedding. Anyway, so he knows this about how difficult it can be two people working in a small kitchen and stuff. So he already had a game plan in mind about, all right, Dion's going to be doing this and stuff, and I'm going to be doing this. And we actually, this was for like a mini Super Bowl party that he hosted. And I was in the kitchen helping and stuff. And it was so fluid. I've never had that experience of cooking with somebody where it was just fluid as fuck.
Manager
Literally-
experience.
Yeah, it's like literally, it's like he wasn't there or I wasn't there. Like it was just, and it's a tiny ass kitchen, like smaller than this room. It's crazy, but it worked out. It was amazing.
Nice.
And you need that. I think that's why, like, you know, I mean, restaurants have those levels of, you know, like you have a sous chef, head chef, and like whatever, like, you know.
I think
a lot of it comes from more so just like not really knowing what the next step is. Like a lot, I mean, I'll say for myself at least, every time I cook, I barely know what the hell I'm doing.
Yeah.
So it's always like, you know, okay, well, I'm chopping onions right now. Like, who knows where I'll be in 3 hours? Like, is that how long the recipe's gonna take to make? I don't fucking know.
Yeah, I would say some of it. A lot of it's the timing of how you want something hot, so you want to do it quick, and you want to get at the same time. So that one's what gets the heart of the coordination because you're trying to cook both things.
Yeah.
Make sure one doesn't get cold at the same time.
And then if something starts going awry, you're like, oh, I got to freestyle in the middle of my cooking.
Also,
I think that's where it's most fun is when you have to freestyle. Like, say you completely forgot one whole ingredient. How do you substitute in what you're missing with whatever you got around you, if possible?
Yeah.
I think that's a blast. That's what makes cooking.
I've
so
never
fun.
improvised that extremely.
I love it.
massive
but
important
you do
ingredient.
know these things, like for example, like fenugreek seeds, which I'm sure none of you use.
You
If
guys
you're
remember
out of
my
it, you use
guys.
mustard seeds.
yeah?
Same
You guys
flavor,
remember
flavor.
my banana bread story, right?
Well, that was a disaster.
No.
Yeah, it was great.
Please
Walk us through that.
elucidate.
Well, so we made banana bread, and we forgot. We forgot the butter, and we forgot like I think it was the egg.
Forget more than one of the 4 ingredients. You're
It's like saying, made banana bread, forgot the bananas. Like,
That's what I was expecting.
Pretty much. Pretty much. I mean, that's pretty much what happened. Well, the thing is,
We've got no baking experience.
here's what it was. We forgot the butter, and then we tried to use pancake mix instead of the other mix for banana bread.
buddy!
That's what it was.
Ew.
We didn't have it.
Oh, baby girl, what is you doing?
It didn't taste bad.
So why didn't you just make it into banana pancakes?
Why didn't you just?
I knew where you were going with that.
some sense it was.
What the hell?
It worked out. It worked out.
Did it though?
It's a fun time.
Yeah, yeah.
It was
Fun
good.
time.
I mean, it wasn't as buttery as I would have hoped it would be, but
So, if anyone doesn't know anything about baking,
worked.
it's like the most simple thing you can do. It's
Yeah.
really like one-on-one stuff.
well, now you know how much I don't cook.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think baking personally is harder than actual like stovetop cooking and
Baking-
everything.
So
It's so precise.
yeah,
Yeah.
baking and cooking are completely different animals. Completely different. And Nick is right. With baking, you have to like down to like the millimeter. Like you have to like have everything at the right amounts. You just do.
Yeah. You got to know the right temperature to
Right
put the oven
things.
at.
Yeah, you
Right
can't really
thing.
Right butter and flour, the right pancake mix.
ignoring Steve's story. You can't really freestyle with baking.
Have you guys watched Nailed It at all?
You can try.
Yeah,
Nailed It
What is
on Netflix.
nailed it. What,
Yeah, it's,
I've wanted to.
it's a baking show specifically for people that don't know what they're doing. So it's just a disaster. So they have like a really awesome bakery chef make this cool thing, and then like, now you amateurs who are terrible at baking, replicate that. And it's
Nah.
always a
TV.
disaster. Yeah, it's a disaster.
Oh god.
I
And
watched
a lot of time that happens. So like, oh yeah, I'm making this cookie and I forgot sugar. I put in salt instead, and somehow it didn't turn out. I don't know.
What could have went wrong?
But what you were saying before, Nick, when you're saying like changing ingredients to make it better on the fly, like that is good when you like want to know how to make something like less sweet, more sweet, like the basic stuff, like add salt, cut, you know, how to counter that.
A little too acidic, then you add like
Yeah.
sugar, water, and stuff like that. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
That, which is why like you're allowed to freestyle in cooking a little more if you know what you're doing. Like if you add a nutmeg or whatever, just like replace it with cumin or whatever. If you add a cinnamon, just use star anise, for example.
Just don't forget the butter.
Never forget the butter. Butter. Every kitchen
Salt,
should have
yeah.
butter.
When
Yeah.
did everybody else start cooking? Because I didn't like really get into cooking until I had to.
No.
Yeah, same.
I
Same
love
here.
this.
I think
I
that's
still
Not-
haven't started.
Same
Not me.
here.
I actually had an early love of cooking at like 7, 8 years old.
wow.
And I had my mom tell me every little detail she could, every meal she made up until I was like 16. And then my buddy Forrest, that you guys know about,
Forrest.
his mom is a chef, or she used to be
Wow.
a chef and all that. So whenever we'd go to his house, we'd have like small cooking lessons, or there was one time we had knife skill lessons and whatnot. I'm still having a blast
Nice.
learning new things, but learning how to hold a knife, cut things properly, and
Yeah.
everything
Really
like that. I loved it. It elevated what I wanted to learn even more.
That was the first test when I got my kitchen job was a knife test, and it was on day one, and I had no fucking clue because I didn't learn any kitchen stuff
Yeah.
until my job because my mom and dad were like kind of meh cooks at best, and so I just did it in front of the guy like really clumsily. I'm like, he's like, you didn't cut yourself, so you're hired.
That's
Like,
amazing.
it's definitely terrible, and there's a way to do it.
No,
You know,
that's the thing
Yeah.
though. Like when I started cooking I'd say very recently. I'm like the last 3 years, and like Rachel was saying, yeah, I started cooking when I had to. So after I moved out, my parents' house, like went to college and stuff, got an apartment, and I started. So a funny thing that me and my mom keeps bringing up is that I used to get so sick of my mom's cooking because like in South Asian families, everything is rice and curry, right? And it would
As
just
I
be
know.
so boring every day. But once you move away and stuff, you kind of miss it a lot. And I wanted to try and cook it. So I'm talking about a whole year of me trying and failing, trying and fucking up this simple lentil dish, for example. Like, yeah, dude, like the amount of pans and pots I burned because my dumbass thought, oh yeah, you just put it on high, it'll cook faster, right? But yeah, like duh.
God.
That's
Doi.
right.
Yeah. So I have scorched pans and stuff. And like,
Yeah,
you know
yeah.
what? Learning, like,
Well,
here's an
that right.
example. Like I have, you won't be able to see it in my pink aura, but I have like a scar right down over here from a cooking
Oh.
accident.
Yeah,
Yeah, because I just
I
had
cut
really
myself
shitty
probably
cooking.
like maybe 5 or 6 times,
Yeah.
like almost serious cuts,
Yeah.
kind of thing, you know.
But the thing
Kitchen
is,
battle scars.
I took knife skills very seriously. I watched a ton of videos and stuff. That literally since I started cooking, it's like 3 years ago. I've only cut myself twice.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
I've never cut myself with a knife. I've almost sliced 2 fingers off with a can opener before.
You
What?
gotta use a knife for that, dude.
metal
Yeah.
as fuck.
Yeah.
Can opener.
Yeah, but when I was younger, it was just like a can opener slip, and it just sliced my fingers to the bone.
Are these
Hold
ones
on,
like
did
can?
it happen on the can that you were on, or the actual like handheld
The actual can opener. Oh, that was just a handheld can opener.
Oh, was this like a can opener from the 50s, like in a cartoon, like with the
No,
hook?
it was just no.
when
it's
it
one
was
of
an
those,
actual
like,
giant
normal
saw
ones.
blade and
I
everything.
can't open my fingers.
Yeah. Ooh.
But,
No,
like-
it was just I was younger, so my fingers were smaller, obviously.
Right,
but
right, yeah. But coming back to what I was saying, like once you know how to hold a knife,
Yeah.
that's a fucking game changer. When
Yeah,
you hold it
I
at
love
the
it.
hilts like that, like then see, because I see a lot of people just hold I need a long object.
Take your dick out.
Yeah,
I was gonna say, don't look straight down. No.
all right, this will do.
Just grab a kitchen knife from over
It's
here.
a bit big. So I've seen imagine this is a blade.
That's a weird looking.
I've
dick.
seen a lot of people like just hold a knife like this and like start chopping. There's gonna be gifts of this.
Yeah.
But what you
Yeah.
mentioned is actually hold the actual blade like that, like you pinch it, like that and stuff, and then you just naturally feel like you're a little more in control. Yeah, like what Steve was showing. Yeah. Yeah,
Nice.
and that literally just changes everything. And the rock motion and all this stuff. I used to like
Yeah.
break
Three
that.
fingers, the three fingers, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Use your knuckles.
Mhm.
There's a lot of good stuff on YouTube now, like because like Gordon Ramsay, like all the famous chefs are just doing stuff in their own house because that's all it takes.
Yeah.
And you just have you're in your house with one cameraman, and then you make an entire YouTube series, get millions of views.
I like that you mentioned Gordon Ramsay because that was going to be a question I was going to pose to you guys. Who are your
Would you fuck Gordon
favorite-
Ramsay?
Yeah, fuck, marry, kill.
Who are
Flavor
your
time, yeah.
Who are your most like influential and favorite TV chefs that you watch? Yeah.
I like Mythical Chef Josh personally
Okay.
from the
I've heard
Mythical
of him.
Kitchen because he's
Oh,
got his
those
new
guys, yeah.
his new series. I just like his personality,
Mhm.
and I think he does a lot of really interesting stuff with food. He has a lot of like I'll say off-brand cooking where he's not like showing you how to make the best, most delicious thing ever, like 5-star salmon or whatever. He's like, I'm gonna take Doritos and fucking like cornbread and try to mix them.
That's not
Sounds like
bad.
how you would try to make banana bread.
Exactly. That's the kind of cooking.
I
like,
relate
you
to
know?
this guy.
I like this guy, but I do like Gordon Ramsay as well. I will say, even though I don't cook at home, I watch a lot of cooking videos.
Me too. Me too.
I don't know why it doesn't translate into me wanting to cook more, but
All right,
they are
let's move,
enjoyable.
let's move to Nick.
We like to watch this thing called Binging with Babish.
I love Andrew Rea.
Somebody
Yeah.
brought that up on my stream today.
He's amazing.
I've never seen it.
Oh my god, Nick. It's basically he cooked stuff that's food that's been on TV.
like the
he-
SpongeBob batter fried.
Oh,
burger.
and like Ratatouille and all that shit.
He made Kevin from The Office's chili as well.
Oh my god, yes.
Like you will lose yourself in his channel. Like it's just amazing. I
It's
love
good
that
channel.
guy. And he's also really cool. He does a lot of charity work as well, like a lot of philanthropy. I really respect that dude. And also, he never claims to be a chef. Everything he's learned is from the internet, which is what gives me hope.
It's part of his
Become
charm
better.
too. He like would fuck up in his videos and he would keep the fuck up in the videos. Like, don't
Yeah.
do this. I did this.
Yeah.
Don't do this.
Yeah, yeah.
So that was nice.
Anyway,
But yeah.
Nick, go ahead. I'm gonna come back to you, Rachel.
Well, I love Gordon Ramsay. He's just fantastic. My all-time favorite that I've watched and tried to replicate and would love to go to his restaurants is Bobby Flay.
Bobby Fly.
Um, But I also love Giada because she has that Italian background. I love learning how to make, because since I'm a little Italian, I love to try to perfect Italian food
Well, you're not a little
personally.
Italian.
But I'm a big boy.
I'm just joking, my dude.
Oh.
I like pizza.
But yeah, that for the most part, those are like my big three. And even though I don't like seafood, Chef Morimoto
Mhm.
is fantastic.
Oh,
I
yeah.
love his knife skills with shellfish and everything is amazing.
You don't like seafood?
It's really cool. I'm not a big seafood person.
Me neither.
Crab,
actually.
lobster, all of it. It's
Yeah,
now shrimp. I can eat the piss out of shrimp.
you can eat piss out of. Okay.
As soon as I said it, I was like, somebody's gonna.
Yeah, but I agree with you on the seafood thing. Like being Sri Lankan, I should love seafood, but no, I haven't been exposed to it. Apart from
Race.
like fish, I just can't. Greg, you haven't shared.
I mean, I'm not. I mean, I'll watch anyone, like especially Gordon Ramsay because he's hilarious. So yeah, probably Gordon Ramsay, just because like I watch all his YouTube stuff, like literally everything on. I remember it started from like Gordon Ramsay rage video, whatever, like top angry stuff, and that turned into like me actually watching his real channel and like being like, oh okay,
yeah,
and him going to like basics, like this is like what you need, you want this, just so he went down to the core stuff. He did like a tutorial stuff. It's all free, so I was like, yeah, why not? I'll watch this.
Yeah, exactly.
While just hanging out.
Yeah,
it's relaxing stuff.
Oh, it's really good. Which is coming back to what we were talking about, how therapeutic cooking can be.
Seriously,
I don't understand why people are so into like ASMR and stuff, but ultimately it calms them, right? I feel like that for me is like just watching cooking videos, hearing there's this beautiful channel I watch.
So you do get why people are into it then if you
yeah. No, that's what I was getting. That's my point. That's what I was getting at. I watched this channel called Peaceful Cooking, and it's just literally just the sound, like there's no voices or anything. It's just like it's like ASMR, like the sounds of the cutting board and the knife and everything like that.
There's an extreme version of that. Did you know apparently in I think it's Korea or somewhere in like the South Asian area, people will watch on Twitch just people making food and then eating it. That's the whole thing.
Mukbang.
Yeah, and they love it.
Yeah. It's not so much the cooking of it; it's mostly the eating.
Yeah, exactly. Because it's like I think it's like the third world kind of thing, and there's like so satisfying watching them.
It's not the third world.
I agree. I'm saying it's somewhere on there. I don't know.
Why only the eating? Well, mostly the eating.
Southeast Asia.
How embarrassing! You said Korea when it was next to Korea. It's crazy.
I did mukbang on stream once. I was coerced into
what?
doing
Did you mukbang? What?
Yeah, as in like people literally paid me to eat, watch me eat. I made I think $180 on that day.
So you're telling me I mistakenly did a mukbang?
You
just
did
because
you did. You 100% did. I kept mentioning the word, and you just didn't.
I have no idea what the hell mukbang is. It sounds like
it's cooking food and eating the food you made on stream. That's it.
Well, I didn't make it. Subway did, but
still,
that's besides the point.
But
the muck sub.
So I guess like it's Gordon Ramsay is a universal favorite. I guess I like.
Well, he's
like
probably the most like
most prolific,
entertaining.
Yes.
Yeah.
I like him a lot. Like, I just don't like the fact that since Kitchen Nightmares moved over to the U.S., now it's more like he has to do it as like that's his shtick. Whereas the British one, like he was a lot more forgiving and like nice to the people.
It's hilarious.
Like they just had to amp it up because like you got to be.
It's a joke.
Douche. Yeah. It's a joke. Yeah. But I mean, ultimately, he's an amazing chef. Like he's very quick. Like he's very thoughtful and stuff like that.
That's what it comes down to.
Yeah, more than Gordon Ramsay though, I actually really like Marco Pierre White. I don't know if you guys have heard of him. When Gordon Ramsay, Rachel's heard of him. Was that a yes?
No, she hasn't.
Okay. Nobody's heard of this dude.
That's a big hell no.
This is basically when Gordon Ramsay was first starting out, he trained under him at one of his restaurants, like the first time over. This guy is amazing. I love his outlook on life and everything like that. Like he's just fantastic. Like definitely watch his stuff. He's amazing. I also like binging with Babish, obviously. I love Sam the cooking guy. I mean he's not a chef, he's just a rich dude who owns this amazing like kitchen. There's also Chef John. If you can stand the lilt of his voice, he's fantastic.
I won't be able to if it's anything annoying.
Like everything like goes like he hits a very high note in his voice and leaves it there. I hate that. Like it drives me
like got kicked in the balls.
It drives me nuts. Anyway.
Yikes. There's actually a lot of terrible cooking on YouTube if you want to get into that whole side of it too.
Yeah, I definitely do. Kick it up.
I know one of the guys I watch, Critical, he delves into it occasionally, but people make the worst stuff imaginable.
On purpose?
Like they take well no, I think it's what's just like what they know. There's this and they just film it and then they get like a 10 views or whatever, but it's on there and you can find it if you want. But there's just like people ruining food and like trying to teach people how to ruin food. It's weird. It's very strange.
So wait, they are well-intentioned.
Yeah, it's like, well, I mean, did you guys ever watch that hilarious? There was like this hilarious woman who was just like, I'm gonna make something for the kids. I'm gonna put this thing on the grill and we're gonna do this thing here. And it's just like, woman, you don't know what you're doing. And she was like deep frying like PBs and J's and stuff. And it was like, it's gonna be good. They're gonna like this.
Okay.
So counterproductive.
It was interesting.
Regular PB&Js are already nasty.
How dare you?
No, I agree.
What the shit?
I agree. I just don't like sweet flavor profiles.
Stop. Where are we on this? Steve, where are you on this? Where do you fall on this?
What
I'm
the
allergic to peanut butter, so
Oh,
Damn it!
fuck?
That's a
Three
no
and
vote.
Choo-Choo
That's a
and
no
Noel.
vote.
no vote.
3 of the 5 here are wrong.
I know they're fools. You just said it's too sweet. You like both things separately.
Hold on.
No, I don't like jelly at all. I don't like.
That's what
jam.
I'm saying. She likes the things separately.
Oh, I
So
do.
the fact she doesn't like them together makes no sense.
I like preserves.
What about like a jam or something?
That's a
jam
preserve.
is jelly.
Well, I'm saying like I'm kind of asking towards Vela. Like, do you like jam
No,
over jelly at all?
No, I don't like sweet stuff at all. At all.
Some of them are like.
The only like I can count the amount of like candy bars I like on like one hand, and it won't be over 5.
You're like him. You're strange.
I
You
just
don't want to be
sweet
like
stuff.
that.
Okay, this is an excellent point where we can seg into pizza.
Well, I was gonna go say it was just the fact that food is super subjective and
It is,
people
it
like
is.
food is shit no matter what. They're all very much whatever likes whatever.
Unless you don't like peanut butter and jelly, in which case apparently you're a fucking freak.
I don't
makes
like peanut butter.
Nobody said that,
But I've
but
accepted.
I agree. Yes.
I'll accept my freak status on that.
It's so sticky.
It's okay. I'll join you there.
So
Ew.
I've also never eaten
Hey,
one.
I hate PP.
All right. I'm gonna hit you guys with a very popular question. I'm gonna name a fruit. You'll know where I'm going with this. And
Durian.
Pineapple on pizza.
Oh, gross.
Thank you. Anyone?
No.
No. Steve?
I mean,
Rachel?
if it's warm pineapple, it's disgusting. If it's like cold pineapple, it's fine.
Whoa.
Why are you putting cold pineapple on
kinda-
anything?
Why would cold pineapple pizza be better?
Go pizza pineapple pizza.
That's madness.
This was for dinner.
Crunchier.
Pick a lane, dude.
Mm,
Pick a lane. If you're gonna have pineapple, it should be cold.
okay.
If you're
We're
gonna
We're talking about
specific-
pizza. We don't give a shit about the damn
We're
pineapple.
specifically talking about pizza. It will never be cold.
I mean, I understand why
Don't you
people
like
like
pizza?
pizza. It's weird.
You're taking this way too far. Do you like pineapple on pizza or not?
So, okay.
Yeah.
Pineapple is
A fruit.
just, yes, thank you so much. It is a strange fruit in that it just has a very weird texture because it's like kind of stringy.
Yeah.
Is this
I don't want
I've never eaten
stringy
pineapple.
on my you've never, okay, no, fuck you.
Yeah, you claim to not like it on pizza.
Shit on my pizza.
I don't like sweet stuff in general, so that's my blanket statement.
Don't insult the man.
I'm being roasted.
Yeah, apparently.
This is a cooking show, so you need to roast.
This is not a cooking show. Please don't take anything
Oh.
you say as Bond.
We haven't said anything useful yet. That's fine.
Yeah.
Today we're learning how to grill each
This is a
other.
cautionary tale.
Well,
All right. So I guess it's a universal on pineapple on pizza.
no, it's bad.
It's a hell no
It's
from
bad.
some
I
of
don't
us
like
and a cold, warm thing.
Well, Nick,
I'll
you're
eat pineapple
Italian.
on
Of
pizza.
course, you're not gonna like
I
pineapple
mean,
on
the
pizza.
fact that it's just like you're eating a bread and then you can put whatever on it. I mean, so if you like anything with bread, then it can work.
Okay,
But
I
just-
don't want to
stuff
get
with
into
bread
the
is kinda
minutia
weird.
of what is pizza. What
That's
can be
what it
passed as
is.
Pizza.
Yeah. I'll say I prefer to not eat pineapple on pizza.
Good.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So
But I
That's
do
enough.
like pineapple.
hard pass on pineapple on pizza. Thank you. All right.
We should move on from this controversial topic,
I know,
apparently.
I'm trying to like swiftly move on. Okay. Now, growing up, guys, like
More country.
we were used to like certain stuff in our diets and everything like that. Is there anything that you hated when you were a kid that you've now grown to like?
Well, I was a super picky kid. Like, I didn't like shit.
I mean,
I didn't like pasta. I
don't
didn't
like
like.
shit,
I didn't like shit. Exactly. Literally, most foods I wouldn't eat. I think I only ate like chicken nuggets, and like that was it. Like, I didn't even like burgers. I was really picky.
I just want to ask you. That's so interesting because like people who have been picky about food, like overly picky when they were
Yeah.
kids, always mention chicken nuggets.
Yeah, because they're so like universally basic good. Yeah.
Yeah.
And usually they have a sauce with them, so that you can kind of make it to where you
Synthetic
would like it
process,
more.
tasteless.
It is weird though that
That's
it's like
crazy to
just
me that
across
it's
the
gone.
board.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, when I got older, like I think it was really late, like maybe like high school. I only changed the way I eat because like girls started eating food. They're like, "You're not gonna eat this." I'm like, "Yeah, I guess I'll eat it because I'll look like a freak if I don't eat it."
Yeah,
So it's basically it's peer pressure. But it also made me realize that my parents were bad cooks because everything I had was not that good. So when I started eating those that were actually tasty, I was like, oh, "Okay, now I want to pursue that flavor, that taste."
Yeah.
You know, that
It's their fault. It's their fault.
I feel like once you have
definitely a bit of their fault.
I feel like when you're a child, you form these flavor profiles in your head of what you like and you don't like. When you get older, you figure out what that is, and you're able to recreate it a lot better.
Expand on that.
What about you, Rachel?
Well, I grew up in a household where basically you finished what you had on your plate, or you didn't leave the table, or in one infamous case, I refused to finish what was on my plate, and they were like, "Okay, fine." And then next morning, I came down for breakfast, and they handed me the leftovers.
Yep.
So
that's parenting.
That's fucking parenting in the Burns household. But but I actually liked most stuff. I had a pretty open palate. Though as I've gotten older, and like I'm almost in my 30s at this point, it's just now started to come to me, I don't have to eat this vegetable anymore. I don't have to do it.
I know.
So I don't eat like certain stuff now that I just kind of ate as a matter of course when I was younger. So like, I don't know.
Her mom's also a good cook, so I think that's something to do with it.
I feel like it's also like, yes, it depends on like the kind of food you ate too, like how well it was cooked too. But I feel like it's also the stuff that you were exposed to as a kid kind of stays with you and stuff. I wasn't exposed to a lot of fruit and stuff like growing up. Like, my family ate it. I was just a picky eater, so I just never tried it. And I never tried it. I mean, it's since like up until now. I can name the fruit I've eaten in my life. Apple, banana, orange, pear, grape.
That's it?
That's it.
Strawberry?
You've never had strawberry, blueberry?
I haven't had any...
You can put pineapple on there.
Fuck that. Like, I haven't had any berries.
Weird.
Any berries. Nothing.
Dude.
So for me, like when people snack on fruit, it's just strange to me because my dad does that too, and my mom. Like they eat like apricots and like plums and stuff like that. I'm the only weird one in my family when it comes to like that stuff. So a snack for me has to have some kind of carb in it, and like,
yes, for me, family dinners where I actually had people that could cook at my family dinners was like a lot of butter. Yeah, and that was about it. Like that was the way to make things better. You just add butter. So literally, the first time I had like really good mashed potatoes, my friend Chris made them, and he just added like spices, and I was like, "These are the best mashed potatoes I've ever eaten in my entire life." What did you do? And he's like, "I just added like 3 spices." And I was like, "Oh my god, my family doesn't know how to add salt and pepper." And then I started. And then I started watching like cooking shows, and then like everything you make, you add salt and pepper.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's huge.
It's like a basic for it, too.
Yeah. That's not what my family did, so that was a big thing.
And I'm going to say something. I'm going to come back to it, but I still want to hear from Steve and Nick. Nick.
Yeah, go ahead.
I've forgotten the question, too.
What did you do? What happened?
What kind of was there any kind of foods you liked as a kid?
Were you a picky eater?
Oh, I mean, did you say Nick or you?
Pick Nick. Nick,
go. Anyway,
haha, picnic. Another food pun.
I've never. I didn't like some vegetables, but kind of like the same thing with Rachel's family. Like it was a genuine threat and promise. Like if you didn't eat this shit, you're gonna eat it the next day until it's gone. I don't care what happened.
Like a sim.
Yeah. So like growing up, I didn't like tomatoes all that much, especially tomato soup. And my mom like force fed it to me one day, and I still am not a fan of it, but like I won't willingly get tomato soup, but
Italiano.
I don't mind it. Yeah. But like stuff, I don't hate too much stuff from back then and then now like it. But I always try to give stuff a second chance, like Brussels sprouts. I've not had a decent Brussels sprout, but I used to hate them as kids. But I'm willing to give it a shot now.
Yeah. Her mom made Brussels sprouts, and they were delicious. I was like, these are the best things I've ever had. Yeah, because they're roasted with bacon. And it's like
butter
the most you can do.
Good.
Yeah, they were good.
going off of like bacon, I didn't like ham growing up, but I've have different ways to eat ham now. Like shaved smoked ham on a cold meat sandwich or something is amazing. Or I've loved bacon my whole life, but just different stuff like that. I'll give everything a second shot.
Yeah, when you're kids, like I don't like this, and that includes everything. But then you're like, no, there's so many different ways you can prepare things.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. All right. How about you, Steve?
So I kind of fall into a similar category of like Greg and Rachel, where I guess my parents were very adamant on like eating what's in front of you, essentially, but they also didn't season anything. So it was just typical, like everything was like bland, and that just made me like, as a child, my things, all I wanted to eat was like chicken nuggets, mac and cheese, and goldfish.
There it is.
Goldfish.
It's like, yeah, that's it. That's it. That's all I was an
Rainbow,
adult,
not color.
No, but yeah, exactly. But now like I'm not picky at all currently. I went through like a phase when I was younger where like I didn't like eating like boned chicken wings because I didn't like the fact that they like looked like a chicken or something. Like you know, like I went through one of those phases where it's like I don't like the meat I'm eating to look like the animal.
That's
it came
not
from.
weird at all because I go through that too. That's why I've never had lobster.
Wait, what was that? You don't like it?
Well, that was when I was younger.
When the food is
yeah.
too close to what it used to look like.
Really?
Yeah, so like I'll eat a slice of chicken breast, but I won't eat like a boned chicken wing, or like I didn't like foods with like bones in them.
Okay.
But you know, obviously I'm fine now. With that.
Yeah, I was saying in the Philippines, I had the actual pig head. Like they prefer the pig like with like lure there.
Yeah.
You eat the pig face. I've had pig face. It's good.
Yeah, but a lot of it was
They
like
said that
it just wasn't ever seasoned. It was just very like bland and like I never had the seasoned mashed potatoes. Never had everything had good amounts of butter in it, but I'd say it just was lacking spice.
It's so easy. It's
Butter
the
is
easy.
a magical ingredient.
Butter's the magic. Yeah, it was Southern cooking, but without the spice, which is like.
People.
I think it is white people. I'm pretty sure it's white people.
Yeah, it's white people. It is.
It's weird.
My God.
Because like we were either like Irish, and they say you eat a potato, and that's all you get. There's nothing else. There's no spices. You just eat the potato with a little bit of butter. That's all we have.
Yeah,
I think for me,
I love
butter,
spicy food now.
Oh yeah, I know. I grew up on it, so like for me, I guess I have like a very like kind of unique kind of insight into like once you get into spicy food, like it's all you really want. Well, because I've built up my tolerance from like a young age, like growing up and stuff. So now if a food is not spicy, like man, I've been to like dinners where it's just they do I hate the word roast. Because if someone says they've cooked dinner for like for a dinner party and stuff, and like it's a roast something, I know that shit be bland as hell. Like,
yeah, usually just throw it in the oven.
It's
and
just thrown in the oven.
this thick slab of meat that's got nothing on it.
Yeah,
It's
and
just
it's like,
in the oven.
but we brined it in what water? Like no, it just tastes like nothing.
Lava cooks out. Yeah,
it just tastes like nothing, and it's dry as fuck. And like I remember it was Christmas, and they made brisket, right?
sounds good.
It sounds
good.
And
anybody that ruins brisket is a sinner.
This is one of those times. And it literally was so dry that it clogged up in my throat that I trying to swallow. And I went through like a Casino Royale moment where I had to kind of like keep it cool while dying. And I had to like
you have to do that.
It's a funny story because I was trying to excuse myself and like I was being polite, so like
someone save me.
I literally just like all right, Dan, just get up and fucking go to the bathroom. And so I got up and I just left. Everyone's like anyway, so I get into the bathroom, I started doing like the James Bond thing, like I'm looking in the mirror, like tears coming down, like shit. I'm not fine. Brisket will not be the end of me. And like
this is the end.
And like I finally like it came out, and then like the shock of it, because everyone in the dining room had silence down and was listening to everything.
So all they hear you fighting for your life.
So all they heard was like, and I come back like all smiles and I sit back down like that's
delicious.
Did you keep eating?
I kept eating. No one spoke for the rest of it.
Awkward.
Very nice.
Because like, you could solve that just by having like sauce you could put on. Like it wouldn't be as good, obviously, if you cooked it with it. But like if you just put sauce on it later, I mean,
it didn't help.
Some people take offense to that.
Yeah,
that's true.
That's the thing. Right. That's the thing. And like I didn't want to like upset the chef, so like
You just wanted to die in front of them in the bathroom silently.
kept eating and stuff. Yeah,
Choked to death.
That's
Yeah.
for sure a thing. Like if my parents and I would go over to like one of their friends' houses or whatever, they would be like, I don't care if what they put in front of you is like a pile of dog shit. You're gonna eat it because it's their house. It's their food. You're gonna eat their food.
Oh my goodness.
I think a lot of us had the same kind of parents.
Yeah.
Yeah, because that's how it was for me and stuff. But yeah, it's hard to make because people do take offense. Like mostly, I've read about this in Japanese culture at a sushi restaurant. You're not maybe not that, but
You're supposed to take the first bite without putting anything on it.
The chef always draws offense when you reach for the salt and pepper
Right.
because for them they have seasoned it correctly. Right, like at that level, like you kind of see it as like a fuck you, like you did this wrong. It could be better.
And that's what I wouldn't care though. I mean, obviously, a sushi restaurant that's different in Japan, but like in our society, I'd be like,
no, it doesn't matter.
oh, throw it on there.
Oh, dude, like I don't care if you
yeah.
made me filet mignon. I'm dousing that shit in siracha.
Yeah.
Like I don't care.
Oh,
I'm
why?
joking. I'm joking. I would never do that. I would never do that.
Yeah.
That caught me off guard. It was so. Ugh.
I think it depends on like how fancy the place is.
That's
like
true.
usually when I go to a nice fancy restaurant now, I won't get like filet mignon because that's what I always get like all the time. I'll try to get something
I know.
I don't get.
Wow.
At fancy places, when I was every time growing up, every time I would go to like a fancy restaurant, it was always like, give me whatever's closest to like a steak or a cheeseburger, right?
Like,
It's like, don't give me any of this other stuff.
Yeah.
But now it's like I'm trying other things. Like,
I've
give me
actually
some clams,
heard-
give me some fish.
Yeah, I've enjoyed when I've gone to fancy restaurants and I try their most basic dishes to see how they do. Like I've just gotten like a chicken breast. I'm like, how can they make a chicken breast good enough to be $25 or whatever?
yeah.
Oh,
You know, a lot of time they actually do. It's like, this is the best chicken thing I've ever tasted. How did they do this? I need to try to like replicate it. And that's why it's always like impressed me when people can make things that I cannot replicate. I'm
Yeah.
like, how is that possible?
Dude,
How is this good?
I'm still after. There's a restaurant here called Boston Pizza. It's Canadian. It was just
They serve sushi.
No. I
All pineapple, no pizza, just all pineapple.
Dude, their pizza sauce, the marinara they use, is the best I've ever tasted. I'm not kidding. When like I've been to like trattorias and like stuff where they actually make actual wood oven pizzas and stuff. Nothing beats Boston Pizza.
Is it sweet? What is it like?
It's a smokiness to it.
That's
Is it,
awesome.
you know?
is it
Yeah.
because of the wood fire? Or
They don't wood fire. They don't wood
the
fire.
grill or the brick oven? Or is it the sauce itself?
It's
that
the sauce
stands out.
itself, and the pepperoni.
Oh, that's interesting.
Is 100% not pepperoni. It's something else because it cups, and it's
Oh, the old world stuff, the little small ones, the cup.
yeah.
Those are great. Those are good.
Delicious. It's so
Yeah.
good. And
That's
I've
an
been
interesting one.
trying to find
Bro.
how they
Because
do it.
pizza's been so changed from what it originally was, from like a just like a
Now it's an
flatbread
umbrella
thing.
term.
Yeah, now it's
You're-
like exactly, it's anything.
Now it's like a sandwich.
Like marinara sauce, there's such a range of what it could be. Like I was thinking you were going sweet because I've had really good sweet sauces that are like awesome, and obviously that can be gross because you're adding sugar a lot of the time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
Greg,
if
you
you're
remember
right?
the,
It's really good.
yeah, remember the pizza place you went to for your birthday? It was like run by the like Indian family, and they
Yeah,
had
okay.
like really nice like spicy pizzas.
That was awesome. You can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
I have been to some pizza places where they've tried to like modernize or just like elevate it to a point of where it's just
Obnoxious.
stupid shit.
Yeah.
Like I think Steve, it was Steve, Greg, and I, because I think Ray was going to like her bachelorette party thing or whatever, but we went to this place called Bottoms Up.
Sure.
Oh, yeah. Was this the
Yeah.
the place in Richmond?
And
Yeah.
I got my stupid ass
Crab
got,
pizza.
Oysters Rockefeller pizza.
Oh my
Oh
It's actually really good.
God.
And then we went for a walk in the sun, and I threw up.
I will say I love that pizza. I disagree with her
No.
assessment. I love that pizza.
It was delicious, but like immediately afterward, I'm like, if I do any physical activity, I will die. And then we did physical activity, and I died. And
Oh, it's like, so that's a good question because it's like it's the food that meets the moment, right? So it's like was the food right for the occasion where it was sort of like presented to be served?
You don't want to gorge yourself on stuff if you're gonna do a hike or whatever.
I didn't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like you don't serve like that kind of stuff out of like a food truck or things like that, or
Hey,
something depending on
some food truck
what's going-
pizzas.
Oh yeah,
What?
there's a lot of really good
yeah.
gourmet food truck stuff.
Yeah, it's such a again the versatility is out there. You can do whatever the fuck you want.
Yeah.
It's all good.
Yeah.
Dessert pizzas are good too. I mean, you can do anything.
No,
No.
no.
Never had
Absolutely
that.
not.
That's
Go to Cece's, my friend.
No.
Cece's is the greatest
Cece's,
restaurant on the
no.
planet. Delicious.
full
So
$6.99.
cheap.
All you
So
can eat.
cheap.
all
So
the
good.
time.
In all fairness, CC's like their buffet pizzas are like buffet pizzas, but they have like good actual pizzas as well.
Yeah.
And then they have pizza with macaroni on it.
Yeah, people love that.
I find that so weird. Or pizza with mashed
oh.
potatoes. Like I've never had that, and people are like, "Oh, that's the shit."
Yeah, there was a loaded baked potato one at a different place I went to, and it actually was really good. So it can be done. It's literally flat. It's flatbread. It's flatbread. You can do whatever you want with it.
All right, not to step on any toes here, but there's a place here called Apocalypse Now. It's a pizza joint.
Great name.
It's vegan.
Oh,
Why are
Have
you talking
guys-
about it?
Have you guys? They do one pizza that's amazing. The rest of them are absolute shit. Like, you cannot. I don't care. Vegans, come at me, man. You
Come
cannot
at me, bro.
replicate cheese. You do such a shit job at it.
It's hard.
It's so bad. Diet cheese is the worst thing.
Man.
Like, I know why some people don't like cilantro now. Like it's like oh god, it's so bad. But they do the one pizza they do good is the Big Mac pizza.
ooh.
I know what you're thinking. No, it's not just a bunch. It's a vegan place, so they can't just put like Big Macs on the pizza and stuff. But they use the burger sauce, the Big Mac sauce. Somehow they figured it's no secret how to make Big Mac sauce. But they use that as a base.
Huh. Okay.
And it's actually really good because you forget about the dumb ass cheese they use. Like,
Yeah, you gotta add some kind of twist to distract.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's like the chicken barbecue pizza. It's just like it just transforms into like this is like a different kind of pizza that's really good. It's like its own thing. It's,
Yeah. And
you don't have many other
something-
pizzas that are using chicken barbecue sauce
Right.
as their base.
Is it pizza? Is it not? Who knows? Also,
So-
we're not against veganism and anything like that. I just wanted.
I'm against it.
for comedy effect. I just wanted to pop that in there.
So,
I would-
Yeah, all food can be delicious. You just have to make
course.
it right.
That's another. Oh, sorry. Greg, were you gonna say something?
I was gonna ask,
Oh, go ahead, Rach.
when is a pizza modified to the point that it's no longer a pizza?
I think that question can also be supplemented by what is a pizza? What's its base form? It's bread, mozzarella.
Not necessarily.
Okay, chill.
Base
Some
pizza.
people
Base
can change it.
normal- Base normal pizza.
No, he's saying what it takes to be a pizza.
Yeah. So I'm saying bread, mozzarella, marinara sauce, and toppings.
Bread, sauce, cheese.
Then you don't think chicken barbecue pizza is
Savory-
pizza?
No,
Savory
I
topping.
said toppings.
Oh, I thought you said
like-
not but marinara, like there's white cheese pizza. It's not, there's no marinara in that.
Sure, but if we're talking like classically.
Oh, okay. You said
Classic,
that.
yes.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, of course.
Actually, I want to hear Nick's thoughts on this.
Oh God. I don't know. See, when it comes to pizza, I eat except anchovies. You fucking psychopaths
but-
that eat anchovies are
No, but
disgusting.
what do you think is like what
I-
qualifies as a pizza?
Oh shit. I think you hit it on the head. It's just kind of touching both bases, like what Rachel said. Some people pile on the toppings and everything to where it's almost just a mountain of other shit with bread buried underneath somewhere. And I personally, I mean, I'll eat it, but I don't think that's a pizza anymore.
Okay.
My belief is that when a pizza is sweet, it's no longer a pizza. Like if it's that apple pie shit at Caesar's,
Oh no, that's an extreme
that's not a
example.
pizza.
You can do it right.
You can get sweet aromas from veggies too, like caramelized onions and stuff. If you want to really.
Which is wicked good.
Sugar and apples on
Okay,
something.
no, but
I
It's
don't
no
why-
longer a pizza.
Why is it?
I think they call that a dessert pizza just to stay kind of with the whole pizza
yeah,
theme.
the only fruit that should touch a pizza is tomatoes. That's my belief.
I don't know, man. You guys are crazy. I say anything goes. I just won't eat it. You can have it. It's not like they're tainting the name of pizza.
Ultimately,
explain. It's like this is pineapple pizza. I'm not gonna accidentally order it.
Ultimately, I don't care. I'm not saying they shouldn't make it.
Dog.
That's fine. They can totally make it if they want to.
Yeah, people ruin shit all the time. That's fine.
They did that, but it's not just pizza. They've done it with sandwiches. They've done it with ramen.
I was gonna say, yeah, it's the same with
You know?
sandwiches. You could just do horrific combinations.
Exactly. Like, I'm not trying to get into the whole, like, it's a hot dog, a sandwich kind of
I
thing.
remember when I was younger, one of my favorite combinations was yogurt and salami, and that was it. I would just eat that.
As
That's
what?
interesting.
I would just eat it.
No. That's not weird at all. Like, you know,
Is it
it's
not?
strange. It's strange, yes, but I get.
Okay.
But I get that weird.
It's like two good things.
It's
together,
like the standard like high school or middle school kid lunch, right? It's like you get some yogurt, you get some cheese, you get some meat of some sort. Like
Put it together.
You get a pineapple, you get a pen.
It's your Lunchable, yeah.
That's the first time anyone's accepted that as like you're not insane. Thank you guys. I feel loved.
I have
Fucking, are you crazy? That's stupid.
A lot of
Weirdly,
people have strange, well, I'd say uncommon ways of, like, you know, combining foods. Like, so yeah, you're absolutely valid.
It definitely didn't make it better though. It definitely only hurt it. I mean,
But it's something you like,
irrefutable.
right?
But like if you combine like strawberries and cheese and like strawberries and chocolate, it is better. Just like
Yeah.
genuinely.
There
You're
was
playing off of different.
flavor profiles.
Yeah.
Like, I used to watch this when I was a kid. I used to watch this kids show. It was just this dude who looked like a rapist, like with a guitar and like
Most kid shows, yeah.
yeah, like, you know, like this is like back in, you know,
The 90s.
olden times, yeah, 90s.
The 90s.
And, like, it was just
90s.
this guy and stuff, and he would regularly. I forget. I forget the name of the show. I'm not even gonna try and remember. But he would get fan mail, right? And someone actually sent something that said, "Oh, just get a banana, open it, get a Kraft single, wrap it around the banana, and it's actually really good." And I watched this man eat it in front of me. I was like, "God, your mouth is so gummy right now. I can't. Like, it's just
You guys do peanut butter and banana? Combine those two?
no."
Love it.
Delicious.
I absolutely love it.
Have you done, apparently, if you'd make us, I've never done this, like a grilled cheese butt with just banana and peanut butter. Apparently that's supposed to be really good. I've never done it. That's what I hear.
Yes, I love grilled peanut butter. Actually, I prefer it over grilled cheese all day, every day.
There you go.
It's amazing. The fact that the peanut butter is hot and gooey still, and then like the sensation as a kid, you would bite into the middle of it, and your mouth would be just. I loved it. I loved grilled peanut butter. People think I'm weird for liking that. I don't like grilled cheese all that
What
much.
the fuck is wrong with you?
Okay, that I gotta say that's.
Yeah, you're lying.
How do you not like grilled cheese?
Grilled cheese just usually okay. Of course, like I said earlier, they pair it with tomato soup.
No, don't do that.
You don't have to eat the.
Don't
tomato
do
soup.
that.
I'm just saying that's how, like, if we were gonna have grilled cheese, it was with some sort of soup.
Well, that's
and I
wrong.
wasn't a big soup dude back in the day, but grilled cheese just okay. So
You like cheese?
I really want to press into this because
I love cheese, but now that I'm thinking of it, I think it's because usually whenever we made it, it wasn't with like fancy slices of cheese or
You
like.
got scarred, yeah.
Make
Make them on your own, love it, enjoy it, make it your own, and it's gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
You make some awesome
Usually, if I'm gonna put
butter.
the time in for that, it's gonna be grilled peanut butter. Because I know I love that. It's so good.
You put it on the bread, you put it on the pan, you're done.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't have to go looking for cheeses that I like. I
You
know
own
I like
cheese?
peanut
What are
butter.
you
I'll
talking
throw that
about?
bitch on bread.
Get the sliced stuff. Get the Kraft
What?
single. Double up. Put
Yeah,
it in there,
but
little
that's
bit
the
of
stuff I
salt.
didn't like.
Oh, you didn't? Okay, that's fair. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you like cheddar? Is it in your refrigerator?
It's not in my fridge.
Do you like
You don't
mozzarella?
own cheese on the
There's
daily.
actually no. There's actually no cheese in my fridge besides like tortilla chip.
Bro, are you even Italian?
nacho cheese? Yes. I
You
know.
have queso? That's it?
Queso. Yeah. There we go.
That is the weirdest thing.
That is strange.
I don't.
thought I
I
was
don't
weird.
cook a lot.
Weird.
I don't make cheese, or I don't bake or
cook
cook with
with
a lot of
cheese.
my cheese. Yeah, there we go. God.
I guess I just love cheese. I use it like in everything. It's so good.
Oh, yeah. Cheese just improves everything.
It's like bacon.
So, actually, this is one thing that's completely like we're talking about cheese. Now moving on to mac and cheese.
We've covered a lot of ground, by the way.
We really have.
I'm
You wanna
enjoying the
save
shit out of
it?
this.
All food.
I want to
Hey.
know, what are your mac and cheese hacks?
Here's the thing.
Oh,
Is that
I'm a big
such a
fan
thing?
because I don't like pasta still that much.
let's
Okay.
save this one because I need Ray for her mac and cheese hack.
Okay.
Ray's
Well,
got the mac and cheese recipe.
We can't. Is she coming here? Is she
We
coming
can't.
to get it?
No.
Yeah, the
She's
cat's
not,
out
so
of
we
the
can't
bag,
really save
brother.
it.
Spice. That's the mac and cheese.
I do this. I cut up a hot dog into and I mix it in with it and stuff, and then it all cooks together.
Sure, that could be good.
It's great.
Okay.
A little bit of sriracha. Mix it. Oh my god, it's so good. It's so
Hot
fucking
sauce
good. About
with
yeah, it's actually
macaroni is
and also
amazing.
sometimes I add another cheese into it. Just to keep in mind, we're talking about just the Kraft dinner boxes.
I hate those.
Oh, I was talking about hand like baked
Yeah.
mac and cheese.
Oh no,
Like,
no.
You make that shit from scratch. I ain't no box
Oh.
bitch. I can't stand Kraft Mac.
Well, I actually like when I'm trying to fuck up some mac and cheese. I like using the Kraft stuff because like if I make good mac and cheese, I want to eat the good mac and cheese. Like
Yeah.
there's nothing I want to change about it necessarily. But with Kraft, I'm like I just want to throw some random shit in there, and see what happens. So I put
Freestyle.
yellow curry in Kraft.
What do you put in?
What do you put in it?
Yellow curry.
Oh, I like that.
It's good shit.
Like leftover Thai
So,
takeout.
why wouldn't you-
just put it in there? Nice. Okay.
Why wouldn't you put it in like if you made mac and cheese from scratch?
Because I don't
If
fucking
you know it.
mac and
No.
cheese from scratch.
No.
Well, I'm saying like mac
She
and cheese
would.
that you like besides
She
Kraft.
doesn't. She would, but she doesn't.
Yeah.
If
not
I'm
like-
feeling fancy, I use Annie's mac and cheese with the bunny on it.
That's a good question though, because like whenever we get pizza, like I always feel kind of guilty because if you get a frozen pizza for like $3,
Yeah.
and you just add a few ingredients, it's actually way better. Like if I put your own Parmesan cheese on it, and then you put your own, like I have like I grow basil, so I put my own basil leaves on it. It's
I love
so
basil.
much
It's
better.
peppery.
It's the smallest
Amazing.
changes.
Mwah.
Yeah.
Just a little
So
hack for
fucking
you
good.
guys out there.
Yeah. Dude, sometimes, like, honestly, I don't do so much on pizza anymore because then once it's made, I'm talking about ordering just a base pizza and then, like, adding stuff onto it. I used to do that all the time. I do that now with Indian food. Whereas, like, I kind of save money by just ordering the curries and just making the rice myself at home. And
There
just,
you
like,
go.
doing it. Or it also works with Thai food or, like, anything else like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah. No, I love that stuff. But yeah, the reason I said mac and cheese because like I assumed everyone here liked mac and cheese, but you know, Greg.
I'll eat it, and if it's really good, high quality stuff, that shit is really good. I'm saying I wasn't raised on it like everyone's like favorite thing. I definitely
That's
wasn't.
totally fine.
I didn't like pasta; it was really weird, but I like it more now.
All right.
Real quick,
Yeah,
favorite. Like, if you're gonna eat mac and cheese, what kind of noodle is it gonna be?
What is that? Like the elbow stuff? Isn't
Well,
that
you
the
got
elbow?
your elbows, you got your shells, you got
I don't like the elbows. I love
I
the
like
shells.
the shells, bitch.
Shells is where I
the
go.
shells or the tip.
All the way.
I, feel
I
like
had people.
You get a lot more of the sauce with the shell than you do with the elbow.
Mhm.
There you go. Yeah, I think it's unanimous.
And that's
Moving
There's
on.
a number of people that would tell me they didn't like mac and cheese just because it wasn't, or it was shell macaroni instead.
no, I
They're
love
How does that make
macaroni.
sense?
They're fools.
They're
It's
That's what I'm
psychological.
talking about.
yeah,
Idiots.
they shouldn't be allowed to eat.
Kill them all. Cold them.
All right. Moving on swiftly though. So Greg, you mentioned Cookout. I've never heard of Cookout. Nick, you probably have a restaurant there that I've never heard of, that anyone's ever heard of. Steve, the same. Steve and Greg and Rachel, you're probably in the same area, so you're a little more familiar with that stuff. I want to talk about regional foods in our areas, like in your cities. Like, if you want a good pizza, where do you go? What's the best thing you've tasted from your city that you are almost certain you can't get anywhere else?
I know Virginia's got it's a decent like seafood scene because it's like right off of the bay. Crab.
Maryland blue crab.
Yeah.
You got to get Maryland blue crab.
But other than that, I mean, we're not super. I know there's a bunch of like,
Ham,
yeah,
peanuts.
wine a little bit, but like nothing really crazy.
Really? Like, all right. So, like, since this is for both of you, like, what's a good pizza place that you just everybody just knows? Like, it's in the zeitgeist of, like.
Well, my favorite is Leonardo's. It's this little like chain place out in Shore Pump. Delicious stuff. Love it. I was the one I was telling you about the kind of sweeter sauce. But it's been around, and I love when you find places that are really good that aren't chains. I love that.
No, that's the same thing here. That's
So,
because
West America.
yeah, because it's What I like about those kind of places is they're not consistent.
Exactly.
If you get a McDouble from one place and you go like to the next city and you get the same thing, like it's
Kind of creepy. Yeah.
It's really crazy. Like,
That was a cool thing about going to Canada and getting the poutine in McDonald's. I was like, this is something new from McDonald's.
I know. All right, Nick. How about in Ohio?
Man, I don't really know.
All right, you're hungry. You just had a drink. It's late. Just imagine that everything is open at this point.
Yeah.
What do you order, and from where?
Nothing. I'll usually just make it myself because.
What would you make?
Oh man, more than likely it would probably be a chicken of some sort.
A chicken of some sort?
No, we're talking chicken wing.
Oh, wings. No, you cut out.
Wings. I would make wings right out the gate. I'm a big boy of
Favorite wing flavor go?
Fucking-
Oh yes, I wanna know that too.
What is it?
What's favorite wing flavor go?
Sauce, baby.
I'm not sure. I would say like some sort of like honey barbecue.
Yes,
But
that's my shit. I love that.
It can't be like your store-bought bullshit.
Mm.
It needs to be broken down a little bit.
Hell yeah, dude.
I like that. Steve, what's your go-to? Like, what's in your area?
I like for
Not about
wait,
wings, but like what's like
Oh,
you
pizza
will answer that
or
afterwards.
whatever.
No, not even pizza. Like
Oh,
what's
so
your
my go-to is I like there's a nice little Mexican place called El Agave where I just do
Nice,
their
nice.
pickup. So good old Mexican food.
yeah.
That's always a great thing. There's always a family of Mexican people that make a restaurant, and then it's always their own thing. They're like, "Fuck it, we're not doing chains. We're gonna make
I
our own
know.
shit. It's gonna be
Yeah.
awesome."
Actually, speaking towards that, when it comes to Mexican food, there are places here that are like 100% authentic Mexican stuff. I somehow prefer the chain stuff. Like, I'm not talking about Taco Bell. I'm talking about like my favorite Mexican restaurant in my city is called Fat Bastard Burrito, and their burritos are amazing. Like, it's so fucking good because they kind of like Americanize it in a way.
Yeah, I mean, like
everything's huge.
burrito chains are almost like their own thing now.
Yeah, because if you look at like Mexican tacos, you go to an authentic Mexican place. It's just like this tiny tortilla, like soft shell, like with this a splattering of filling on it.
And it's usually like a corn tortilla,
Yeah,
which
yeah.
I can't do it.
There's a huge resurgence of like a fusion places. We've had like Mexican, like Chinese fusion. We've had like Mexican American. There's definitely they've been evolving. Yeah, they made like a bunch of like it was actually pretty interesting with the Asian Mexican one. They like had like deep fried, like chicken mixed with a taco. I was like, this is a good. Can't go wrong with that.
Like the Fat Bastard Burrito, the reason I like them because you can actually get like Shanghai noodles in the burrito. I thought it was weird. I ordered once and it was amazing. It was really
That
good.
sounds fucking awesome.
It's so good because the noodles absorb all the flavors of all the other fillings. Like, and they'll put like what they call crunchies, which is like Doritos, in it too. So the texture on point as long as you eat it like right then and there. It's
wow.
great. Yeah.
Interesting.
I guess with me not being able to really answer anything and basically do it myself,
Ruining the podcast, yeah.
I would have to go to like the capital of Ohio or something. I'd have to drive like an
Whatever
hour
that is.
to basically
Mystical land.
I'd have to go to Columbus, basically 2.5 hours away or something, just to kind of get into something a little more diverse. My area is so like hodunk, hick, I guess. Like we've got fast food places, we've got a couple mom and pop joints, but they're mainly just normal
Like
American style food or something.
Yeah, it's like
Americana.
Yeah.
So
Pretty good.
nothing too diverse over here unless I travel.
Yeah, I love diners. Like I love how, I love places that know they're shitty. You know, they're not.
Oh
like,
yeah,
really
and like they'll be really cheap because of that. They're like, this is just the cheapest
and
shit.
it's not just the food; it's the atmosphere and the allure.
I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind
Actually
of like
like it
how
though, a lot, yeah.
like someplace a writer would hang out in, like those kind of places.
As long as it's decent. It's
Where
just
the only thing good is the coffee, and even that is like kind of weird. But I like places like that a lot. I think TV kind of made me like it. Go ahead.
I have a story. So I used to live in this tiny little town in Missouri that had like maybe 2,000 people, possibly less.
What was it called?
It was called Troy, Missouri.
Troy, Missouri. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know how big it is now, but It was pretty fucking small. But they had like a couple of American diner places and one Italian place, which was, I highly suspect it was not run by an actual Italian person, because we went there one time and they boasted about like they made their own noodles. They made their own pasta.
Yeah.
Good for them. I got ravioli, and it was a square noodle. Like it was a square of pasta, but it was like literally just a square. It didn't have like the filling. It was a square.
That's
it. Was
it.
like this bit
so
of
like
pasta.
like someone made lasagna sheets and just like chopped it up.
It didn't have nothing. It was square shaped.
What a weird.
In like Prego.
That's not
I would be
ravioli.
pissed.
It was wild. Like that. I think it was when we had first moved there, and even at the age of like 9 or however old I was like, this was
That's not right.
a real step down.
And they're sitting there in the kitchen going, ravioli, ravioli.
Me the
Like
formioli.
celebrating what they made. That sounds terrible.
They're just like celebrating, like, yeah.
We did it, guys.
The first person to ask for this.
Okay, smoke break. It's like,
We defeated ravioli.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
a bunch of different experiences you can have.
Yeah,
Crazy
I
shit.
know.
We should do a part 2 on this though, for real. There's
we're
like
definitely going to, because
do
I'm
so
not even.
much with it.
This
I
is
think
really good.
no, it's good. We're about to wrap up. I haven't even hit all my talking points. Like y'all have been amazing and like elucidating, and like all these stories has been.
Well, what you have
Fantastic.
left, let's hear
Oh,
your favorite one.
No,
let's
no,
wrap
let's
it up.
save it. Let's
Oh,
save
you
it.
want to wrap it up? Oh,
I want to wrap it
I'm
up.
ready
yeah.
to go.
This is usually when we usually wrap it up. All right, ladies, gentlemen, everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. We have been GNSD. I'll start things off by saying again, I've been Dion since the beginning. You can catch me at twitch.tv/Bella_Swift for my eventual return to streaming. You can also catch me on Twitter at I am Dion. Steam, just one of these guys will like let you guys know.
Yeah.
And yeah, all right, Greg, where can we find you?
That's Broad GPJ on Steam.
Rachel?
I am Leet Demon.
hold up.
Driven
Oh.
on Instagram.
Wait,
There you go.
no, I didn't. It didn't come through. What are you on Instagram?
Coffee Druid on Instagram.
Don't follow me.
Don't follow.
Steve, you got a lot to say.
Yeah, so BlackAdex27 on Twitch and then Blackened on Steam.
There you go. Nick?
Lee Demon on Steam at Nicholas
Here we go.
_Delk on Twitter, and Lee Demon on Twitch.
There it is. All right.
All right.
Also, boys and girls, you can also, boys and girls and non-binary folk, such as myself.
Oh my
Or
god.
power. Shut up. You can also find all 4 of us on Twitter at @officialgnsd. It is right over there. Wow, first time I got it right. I just pointed right at it.
Yay.
That's amazing. Yeah, please give us your suggestions, stuff that you want to see in the show and stuff. Hello, it's a cat. It's Oreo.
Sorry.
No, it's totally cool.
Oreos are good. We could talk about Oreo podcast next time.
Take that.
All right, I think the next one we're going to be also like talking about snacks and stuff like that too. But anyway, yeah, you can catch us on official GNSD. Please do a follow. You'll find this episode right there too, uploaded. Well, of course, why would you? You're already there.
Fully edited.
Yeah, I know. Not yeah, fully edited.
Edited.
Yeah, no fuck ups, nothing. But yeah, give us your suggestions. What you like, what you didn't like. That would be interesting to know. Talk to us. We really want to hear from you. But yeah, that is us. Thank you so much. And our next host will be
Probably Nick, right?
I have no idea.
No, it's not Nick.
I think it's me.
Steve, isn't it?
It's Steve. It's Steve.
Okay.
So we don't know what it'll be about.
We'll figure it out as we go.
We'll find out. All right. Mwah. Mwah. Love
Bye.
ya. Bye.
Thank you.
Peace.